Okay, let's face it, grain filler can be a real pain in the... You can slather it on, you can trowel it on, you can smear it on with your fingers, but once it dries, the grain and pore that you're trying to fill, you can still see it, you can still feel it. So you end up applying another coat, and then another coat, and then another coat. And it seems like you're never going to get the grain and pore structure filled in the wood. Of course, it depends on the species of wood that you're working with. Some are a lot worse than others. For example, swamp ash can be a real challenge to fill that grain because it's so deep and pronounced. So what do we do? I mean, and why is this even happening in the first place? Well, most of the grain fillers that we're using, the commercially made grain fillers, are water-based. Not all of them, but most of them. In fact, a lot of finishing companies are starting to pivot towards water-based finishes. And grain fillers tend to be less than ideal when they're water-based because as the water evaporates and the filler dries, it shrinks. So it shrinks back into the pore structure of the wood. And it requires multiple applications to try to fill that grain. And then eventually, once you've applied multiple coats over several days, you might have the grain adequately filled to continue on with your finishing process. But that takes a lot of time, and it's not exactly the most efficient way to fill the grain. Well, I have a method that I use that I'm going to share with you that I think you'll find quite effective when it comes to filling the grain in just about any kind of wood there is. And it relies on the use of 2-part epoxies and 3M microballoons. This particular product is sold, it's packaged and sold by SolarRes, but it's basically the 3M microballoons. Now, when I say microballoons, a lot of people panic because they hear in the news that microballoons are so dangerous and toxic to humans and the environment. That's plastic microballoons. These are not plastic, they're glass, and they're much safer to use. So I'm going to show you how I mix this stuff into epoxy and then use it as a grain filler. All right, now to mix up this grain filler, I'm going to use 30-minute slow cure epoxy. And I'll mix up equal portions. And I'm just using a small plastic cup. I get these at the dollar store. And I'll add what I think will be a proper amount for what I'm going to be filling as far as the grain on this guitar. Now the amount of the microballoons that you add to it really depends on the type of grain you're filling and how severe or deep or pronounced the grain and pores are. This is African mahogany, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty rough texture in here, and no amount of sanding is going to fix that. So I want to fill this rough surface in to get it smooth. So I'm going to add probably just about that much from a spoon, in a spoon. And I'll dump it in there. Then I'll use a popsicle stick to get it all mixed up and blended together. Hey guys, if you're enjoying this video, I would encourage you to click the thumbs up button down below. Do it right now. It's a great way to show my channel support, and it doesn't cost you anything. But if you'd like to take your support to the next level, you can visit my eGuitar Plans web store or my Highland Guitars merch store. There's links in the description below. And any purchase you make there is going to help support this channel so that I can keep making guitar building videos and sharing my knowledge and experience with you. You can also click the thanks button down below and leave a tip in the amount that you think is fair. But if you want to get the most out of my channel, I would encourage you to click the join button down below and consider becoming a member. As a member, you're going to have access to videos just like the one you're watching, but with a lot more information and detail, and best of all, no ads. Now let's get back to the video. And as you can see, it has the consistency almost of pancake batter. And because it's a 30-minute slow set epoxy, I have a fair amount of working time in order to apply this before it starts to really set up. And the application is pretty much just like what you would do with any grain filler. I'll put a little bit on a popsicle stick, and then I will just sort of smear it on, just like this. And it will do a great job of getting down into that texture. Now the other nice thing is, once this has dried, it's very easy to sand. One thing you'll notice about this grain filler is that it's white in color, and it's that way when it's wet as well as when it's dry, so just be aware of that. In this situation, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to paint a solid opaque color over the sides of this guitar, so it can be white. It doesn't make any difference. But if I was going to be doing a natural wood finish and wanted to be able to see the wood underneath that finish, what I would probably do is mix in a tint that is compatible with epoxy resin. And I would probably go, since this is mahogany, I would go with a really dark color, like almost black. And then I would apply it just like you see me doing here, but once it's dry, I would sand off that excess filler, leaving it just in the grain and the pores, so that when I apply my natural wood finish, the grain would actually pop out visually. The texture would be filled and it would be smooth, but you would be able to better see the grain and pore structure of the wood. So in a sense, this grain filler could also be used to enhance the appearance of the grain in the wood if you're doing a natural finish. Okay, so I've got the grain filler applied all the way around the perimeter of this guitar body, and I've filled in the grain and pores pretty well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to let it dry, and it's going to take several hours. But once it's dry, I can then sand the surface to get it smooth again, and I can double check to make sure I have all the grain and pores filled. Now, with this method, that shouldn't be an issue. All the grain and pores should be completely filled. But there can be situations, especially if you're trying to fill serious defects like knot holes, deep gouges, gaps, that sort of thing. This stuff works great to fill it, but sometimes it will sink in as it cures. So a second application may be necessary. But I'm pretty confident I have the entire surface completely grain filled and sealed. So we'll come back in a couple of hours and start sanding it smooth. Now this epoxy based grain filler does dry sort of hard, so you're going to probably want to use about 100 grit to get it sanded really smooth. And then from there you could work up through your normal range of grits until you get to the grit that you're comfortable finishing with. In my case, that's 320 grit. Okay, so there you have it. My easy to make, do-it-yourself, epoxy-based grain filler. It's an easy product to use, sands beautifully, and you can tint it if you want to. So hopefully you found this video to be useful. If so, give it a thumbs up. That always helps the channel. Just move your cursor down there and click that little thumbs up icon. And of course, if you want to take your support to the next level, you can do all the things I mentioned earlier in this video. But of course, as always, take care, stay safe, and I hope you'll be back for more guitar building videos.